do we ensure that our children are using their revolutionary solution for Indian parents? We have an exciting event ahead with insights from experts and conversations on the Thank you so much. Well, we know that as parents, we all want the best for our kids, and the statistics are pretty shocking.
But we do have a check on that.
The reason one was, I wanted him to be, having the freedom and at the same time be responsible for what he is.
Because he was traveling to school,
Okay.
and that's the reason he told me.
I wanted to communicate with my friends on Instagram and Snapchat.
But there they are. We all want what's best for our children, and that includes giving them the freedom to explore the digital world while also keeping them safe. Let's hear what Madhavan has to say about parenting in the digital age. I think most of you have probably already seen this video as he posted it yesterday on Instagram.
As a parent, do you feel that the screen and social media is parenting your child more than you are? Are you afraid for the physical and mental health of your child because the child is doing more what the social media is telling it to do as opposed to what you want? Are you scared that the social media has become your child's best friend and worst enemy? As a parent, are you irritated that you never know when the child is going to come out of the bathroom, when they take their phones and they're with them? Is your child looking down upon you because you're not as cool as the stuff on the screen? As a parent, I went through all of that. But now we parents have a friend in a genie. Stay tuned.
The Genie is thrilled to welcome him as our strategic partner and stakeholder. Please put your hands together for Madhavan.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I have a lot of interesting things to share with you today. Impactful, touching, at the same time, a little bit frightening. But before I do that, I'd like to invite on stage the people behind this startup, behind this venture, and I call it a noble venture, which I think will hopefully change the lives of the parents as well as the child. I request the members of Parent Geenee as well as Sasi to come on to the stage and take care of the proceedings.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Sasi Nahara, founder and chairman, Maddy, founder and CEO, Kupralishwar, partner and CIO, and Raj Rongala, partner and COO. And now we are ready to launch a solution that will revolutionize parenting in the digital world. Requesting Madhavan to please do the honors.
And that's what Parent Geenee brings us to the table here, right? So we have embarked on a partner in this particular company, and we hope we'll be able to touch several generations to come. Because technology is going to stay with us. We're not going to be fighting technology. We have to work with technology to make the best of its positives and mitigate all the negatives. Yeah, with that, thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Before me, they took you through the journey of how and why the app is good. What we've been seeing in our experiences, managed to get this app to every household. A small part of the team, I want to bring up Mr. Hari Manikotu, one of the most amazing techie talent I've met. He's our Chief Technology Officer, and I have the privilege to work alongside him to get the app done. Right? And we've been having endless nights, long hours. The entire team has been firefighting the whole time. As you know, anyone with who have the experience of building apps, that's the nature of the beast. We have to deal with it. But you need to have the right talent to tame it. That's how it goes.
Introducing Parent Geenee, an app designed to block location-based access and regulate your children's digital usage. Worried that your teenage kid may come across something inappropriate? With Parent Geenee, you can block harmful sites and apps and keep your children safe. Is your kid addicted to social media or plays games all day? Parent Geenee helps you limit their screen time as well. No more getting stressed, wondering if they reach school. Parent Geenee alerts you when your kids arrive at or leave a destination. And with Parents Geenee's geofencing technology, you can automate and block apps based on their locations, helping you get rid of their distractions. However, during times when they've been really good, you can grant them wishes. Why restrict when you can regulate? So leave the digital parenting to us and get started with Parent Geenee today. Parent Geenee, bringing your family closer together.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, parents, my dear partners, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm glad I'm getting to speak about this issue, which I am deeply impacted by. You know, I'm சின்ன வயசுல குழந்தையா இருக்கும்போது பசங்களா இருக்கும்போது வீட்ல one thing that we heard the parents keep saying is ஏன்டா இவ்வளவு சத்தம் போடுறீங்க வாய் மூடிட்டு இருக்க மாட்டீங்களா அதுவும் 4 பசங்க சேர்ந்து ஒரு ரூம்ல வந்துட்டாங்க ஒரு வீட்டுக்குள்ள வந்து விளையாட ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க ஏன்டா இவ்வளவு கத்துறீங்க அப்படின்ட்டு அலறுவாங்க parents, you know. All new parents of teenagers today will agree with me that we don't say that anymore. If 6 or 7 friends of yours, if your child comes home, இவங்க என்ன எங்க இருக்காங்க என்ன பண்றாங்க, my son's 4 friends will come. They will sit in the room, and I'm telling you, I saw this somewhere and I can relate to it completely. I am in the living room and I'm asking my wife, என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, ஒரு சத்தமே இல்லை, எல்லாம் ஒரே ரூம்ல உட்காந்துருக்காங்க, என்னத்த பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க, what is it that they are consuming, போன் கேம் பார்க்குறாங்களா என்னன்னு புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. So we are all nervous, right? சரி, நான் சும்மா போய் பக்கத்தில் உட்காந்து I'm trying to see what they are doing. There are 5 guys sitting there. They're all going through reels. They're very comfortable sitting there, but they're all going through the reels. One guy will see something that is funny, and he will see it and go, அதுக்கப்புறம் he won't talk about it to his friends. He'll forward it to these 5 guys. You know who has seen that? Because other guys are going, 8 பேர் சேர்ந்து தனித்தனி இடத்துல ஒரே ஜோக்ல சிரிக்கிறாங்க. But they're not talking to each other. They are vibing with each other. They are playing something called Fortnite. Now, not because they are talking to each other, are fighting 5 guys in Netherlands and Russia and real 5 guys. So they are talking amongst each other to their partners around the world, saying, fly away from here, shoot him from there, and they don't take names. Correct me if I'm wrong. By the way they are talking on the mic, some guy in Poland knows that my son is addressing him. He doesn't even say the name. The perception level is so high that if I want you to come and support me with the left while I go and attack from the right, he'll just say left back to the left, and then the guy who's being addressed to without his name being known, without the language being known, without the tradition or culture being similar, he knows who Vedant is talking to. That level of perception is incredible amongst the teenagers today. But what I'm here to talk about today is 3 things. What is screen time? What is social media? What is the mental and psychological effect of this? The physiological effect of this? How does it change the family structure and what we are trying to do? This is what I'm going to talk to you about. I don't know how many of you remember many years ago, there was something called the blue whale. Do you all remember the blue whale? You all remember. And for those of you who don't know what the blue whale was, it's about a decade ago. In today's world, and I think 10 years ago, the one thing that every individual in the world is dying to have is recognition, is an individuality, is being known, is having an identity, especially the teenagers, because when we were and there were teenagers around the world just for that validation, just for that recognition, just for that honor or craziness, who were killing themselves on camera because of this blue whale app. Girls jumped off buildings in Singapore. Boys cut their wrist. It was so horrifying that we were living through that era wondering, oh my God, what will happen if I had a kid during that time? I'm going to give you an example. I'm an actor. I have all these people messaging me on Instagram and social media. I'll tell you a simple example. A young girl messages me, I saw this movie, I really loved it, I thought you're a fabulous actor, well done, you motivate me, this, that, and at the end of it she put lots of hearts and kisses and love symbols. Now, when there is a fan who's talking to me in such detail, I'm compelled to answer. So I always say, thank you so very much, very kind of you, God bless you. This is my reply to her. What she does is, she takes a screenshot of my reply to her and makes it as a post on Instagram. Now what do people see? Hearts, kisses and love things, and Maddy's reply to that. My intention was not to reply to that, my intention was to reply to her message. But because it's a small thing, you only see that symbol and say, oh, Maddy's talking to young girls. If that is the fear that I have, and I have to, let me literally say the word, it's like if I have to pussyfoot around every time I'm putting a message on social media, can you imagine that somebody without my experience, how much of trouble they're going to get into? They don't even allow the child where to use the social media in their house or the screen in their house. So for me also, now I have to be very careful what kind of messages I send. Similarly, I am conscious of the fact of what message I am sending. So similarly, when you know that your parents are looking at the message you are sending, you will become conscious too as a child. That's what we are hoping. What we're also hoping, whatever is good for the family to hear and talk, is good for the child too. So, the app allows you to use it only maybe in the drawing room or the living room or the dining room. But the moment you go to the bathroom or you go to your bedroom, inside your pillow you want to talk, like how we used to see magazines you're not supposed to see with torches. The kids do that with phones right now. You can't do it because social media is not active in your life. Because everybody is armed with knowledge. You talk to the kids, they have a flood or a rain or an emergency, you should be able to call your child. And that's why we think that this will help a child keep the phone in the classroom instead of keeping the phones away from them. That's what Parent Geenee is hoping to achieve the world over. I think we are finding people resonating to inculcate our culture, make our culture relevant to child's own survival, and hopefully make successful, happy, and wonderful teenagers around the world. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Madhavan. And now if the gentlemen are okay with